What is up, people? This is The Vinyl Casket, home to the lamest taste. You can check me out on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube, all at The Vinyl Casket, one where you subscribe, like, and comment, hit the bell for much, much more. Remember to get in the comments. Let's talk about stuff. I'm willing to talk to all you guys. With that being said, let's talk about what this video is. So, this is the fourth installment in an amazing franchise series of videos that I love doing. The first one was a tester. This is the third real video, I guess. That being the rewind reviews. This is technically episode 4. And we are going to be talking about the Fantastic Beasts trilogy. Episode 3 was about all 8 Harry Potter films. So I thought it was only appropriate to make sure that the next rewind review was Fantastic Beasts. Starting with 2016's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Followed by 2018's Crimes of Grindelwald and 2022's Secrets of Dumbledore. There's 3 films. Obviously, they spread out a little far because of the pandemic. Honestly, between Grindelwald and Dumbledore, there was, I'm assuming it was supposed to come out in 2020 or 2021, and production got stopped in 2020, and it took them an extra year and a half to push out and finalize this film. It's 3 films following a main character named Newt Scamander, who has been mentioned in, I believe, in the passing of other Harry Potter films. It was recently brought to my attention that in the scene where Harry gets the Marauders map, if you freeze frame it, Newt's name is on the map, meaning that he was in Hogwarts during that period. Which is really cool to see that they laced this stuff and went back, which is really cool. And I talked about it in my Harry Potter review that I loved the fact that there was so much, when you go back and watch it, you find out all this crazy stuff. But this is an overview. This is my overview of the series of the 3 movies. Obviously, I'm going to start off with saying that they very much connect and reconnect and touch things that have been mentioned throughout the Harry Potter franchise a lot. Most importantly, being in Crimes of Grindelwald, Nicholas Flamel, who is the creator of the Philosopher's Stone, which is the basis of the entire first movie in the Harry Potter franchise. I thought giving him a face, giving him a personality, setting him up, that was amazing. Setting up more in the Lestrange family line and giving that a whole bunch of stuff, bringing that to America. That was a whole, well, not bringing it to America, but it came in the storyline. That was a whole thing. That was awesome. Giving that family like more depth and everything. That was so cool. Building the whole Grindelwald thing, which is Grindelwald was like a huge part of the final couple of chapters of Harry Potter, and that chapter was, he found out about it, and Dumbledore's relationship with him in his past and all this stuff, right? And this sets up Dumbledore's story and makes him this whole deeper human being and really invest time in him, and it's really cool. And then with giving him a new, another sibling that we don't really know about, not sibling, but I believe he's a cousin, and bringing the Phoenix into it, and all these crazy creatures that's brought in with Newt's thing. I think this added a whole layer to the Harry Potter wizarding world that wasn't there in just the 8 movies, and I thought it was done wonderfully well. I thought all 3 films were directed and edited and filmed incredibly well, especially for modern period, being that it branches, right, the earliest is 2016, so it's all in that modern era. I'd say anything like 2013 earlier had like, it was a little bit back before what we have right now. I would say like with CGI, you could see like a difference in that period, but I really enjoyed the way they conducted themselves and the way they set up and built this film. So story-wise editing wise, all the technical aspects, incredible. Acting, incredible. We're going to get into the things that I didn't like right now. Obviously, the fact that they took Grindelwald was supposed to be portrayed by Johnny Depp, and instead he was replaced in the last film because of the accusations against him, and was replaced by the guy from what's the movie Silence of the Lambs. And he great actor, but after 2 movies of kind of lacing Johnny Depp as that, replacing him just didn't feel right. I couldn't picture them having the relationship that I saw with Johnny Depp. The other thing was the fact that they didn't boot out Ezra Miller, who had accusations at the same time, and his have escalated even further and have gotten worse over time. And the fact that they pulled the trigger on one, not the other, annoyed me. And that has nothing to do with the film. Maybe the showrunners, maybe the choices made in directing and casting or whatever, that kind of annoyed me. But keeping him, his character felt flush. It's just annoying to watch. Losing Johnny Depp in that 3rd movie and having him replaced by a completely not similar looking actor at all was annoying. They should have at least made the guy look a little bit similar, go in that direction. They didn't. It's whatever. The other thing is that these 3 films decided to portray Dumbledore looking the way Dumbledore looks in these films. But if you look at the timeline of the Wizarding World, the events of at least the later 2 films overlap with the time that Voldemort, Tom Riddle, was in Hogwarts. And when you look at the flashbacks through in the second Harry Potter film, through Tom Riddle's diary, Tom Riddle remembers him looking old with the big white beard and everything when he found him in the orphanage, when he brought him as a teacher at Hogwarts, when he was just a teacher. But the timeline lines up that he would have been a student there watching the crimes and things that Grindelwald did and inspired and took it the next step further, which is what he did. But for that to make sense, those flashbacks and how Dumbledore was portrayed in these films don't line up. And they made that choice knowing that they already did the flashbacks to make him look like this and make him look so much younger and not have the beard and everything. Same thing with Dumbledore's brother is completely different looking. I guess they made the choice. I guess they went with that. I just don't think continuity wise that lines up. And that's a big thing for me is continuity. So, but story wise, great. I love Newt as a character. I love the emotional conflicts he goes through. I love the Nifflers and all the different creatures that we learn about and the whole thing with Nicholas Flamel. I love how the big story plot villain whatever of the first film carries on into the last film. I really enjoyed that, and how the different things are laced and how everything is like articulated to make sense. All 3 films feel fluid, and I really enjoyed that. I think that's all I have to really talk about as an overview. I'm not really trying to get into each movie as a whole. I believe that if I had to pick a favorite, I might pick... I'm going to go with the first one. Even though I feel like the third one is my favorite story. I just think there's certain things in there that leave a sour taste in my mouth. But I really like the the first one as my favorite. And I really like this. I hope that we get something that leads into this later on. I know that there's going to be a Universal theme park dedicated to Fantastic Beasts, hopefully New York. And I'm really excited to see how things play out in the future. I feel like that this franchise is less appreciated than the main Harry Potter franchise. And that sucks in my opinion because I think they're just as great. Rating wise, I'm going to give this I'm gonna give this a 4.2 as a trilogy. Do that as you may. Get in the comments. Let's talk about it. If there's anything that you think I should dive into a little deeper, I can do a part 2. This is my overview of how I feel rewatching all 3 movies as a trilogy, and I thank you guys for watching. Remember, this is the Vinyl Casket Home to Lamest Taste. Check me out on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube, all the Vinyl Casket, one word, where you can subscribe, like, and comment, hit the bell for much, much more. And do me a massive favor and stay lame.